Namaste. How's everybody doing? Okay. I had a little bit of a detour. Got a couple of things done today, but that's not why you clicked on. Okay. I don't know what's up with this little Elvis hair, but I tried to push it back 3 times and it came out again. So you're gonna have to deal with it. Okay. Happy belated birthday, Leos. My Leo friends out there. I have 2 people that I know that are born on August 10th. Okay, so happy birthday. Anyhow, I think I said happy birthday to you guys before many times. I gotta fix this. Okay, yeah, so what I'm here to do is your reading, and I have done some meditation earlier today, wrote down some of my notes. So I think I'm going to read my notes because it'll give you the flavor of the reading. It's not going to be too long. All right. I was going to do a live, and then I said, you know what? I've been getting anxiety because I'm preparing, and I'm better today. Okay. I pushed myself to go outside because I had to do errands, the bank, post office, and the store, and then I had to pick up the pizza for dinner. I did make the eggplant last night, but guess what? I ate all of it. I did. I only did half of the eggplant. It was this little short one. And then I was watching my show, 90 Day Fiance. So when it was snack time, I didn't have any chips left. So I was like, oh, there's 3 pieces left. Or 4 pieces left. And I was like, well, this is my snack. It's my dinner and my snack. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm doing Leo, and when I was meditating and writing down my notes, which I like to do, and throw over a couple of cards just to get the flavor, like what is the message to the spirit guides of and ancestors of Leos out there, right? And I was getting a song, but I don't really remember what it was. But the flavor that I was getting is, and this seems to come about a lot with Leos, very similar to Cancer, to the Moon Children, but a decision has to be made. Somebody's mad on somebody. Maybe you're mad on somebody else, Leo, and you either always forgive them and take them back, and the same crap happens over and over again, or you're mad at them and you won't forgive them, and they want to make some sort of peace, but they're too scared to approach you. Okay, so this might not resonate for all Leos out there. Sometimes my readings for specific signs, I don't know why I'm talking like that, but sometimes my readings for specific signs resonate with other signs. So whatever the case may be, some of it might resonate, some of it might reminate, some of it might make you feel something. Hey, can I get a hello on these cool earrings? Okay, I'm not even asking for a hello for my Hawaiian shirt, okay, because I already made a fool of myself with my Hawaiian shirt on. I thought it was going to look so good, but I look like a house, okay, in my video. But of course I left it up because it's one of my favorite songs. Anyway, so yeah, Leo, in order to come into full of your blessings, you have to be, I think, like the thumbnail will say, something about your intuition. You have to use your intuition. You have to listen to that gut feeling in your belly about how to use your power. Sometimes you don't mind using your power by just, kind of cutting people off, or just like say, I'm not going to bother with them because they disappointed you. Or did you disappoint them and then you just avoid them because you can't deal with it? Everybody has done it, okay? So what they're they were kind of telling me is of course, the ancestors, which I have right here, people in heaven, they're like, they see how short life is. Not that anybody's going anywhere fast, but they see from heaven, they see how life is so short that they don't want you to be in an argument or a fight with somebody. And they also don't want you to put up with toxic people. If they're toxic and they're not going to change and they're not going to try to accommodate your feelings, they disregard your feelings, or they say that they regard your feelings, but then they do the same thing over and over again that really annoys the F out of you. You have to eliminate them. You have to put a period at the end of the sentence and say, this is not working and I got to do something different. Okay. They want the best for you, but they also want you to forgive so that you can move on, so that you don't have a stomach ache, so that you don't wrestle with depression, so that you don't wrestle with the blues. And everybody gets the blues. I had the blues yesterday, and the reds and the golds and the glitter and the hyper feeling and the panic attack. I had a panic attack, okay? Because I was trying to clean things, and then I wrote lists for myself, and it was overwhelming, and then I saw all this mess that how am I going to get everything cleaned up? And then and people kept telling me, people come over to visit just to see you, not to white glove your house. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, but I expect more from myself. And so it was like, I was just putting one thing on top of the other, and then I don't get anything done. Really, I don't. I just give up and, work on something that doesn't even matter, like my bathroom, my own room. Okay, that doesn't matter because nobody's going in there besides me and Devin. Anyhow, it's okay. Everything's okay. I'm better today. All right. So my point being that don't overwhelm yourself so much that you do nothing because you really want to do everything. Don't write a check that your bank can't cash. Oh, thank you. I like that. Okay. Yeah. So really, don't write so many things for yourself to do, so many expectations for yourself or somebody else, and then be so disappointed and surprised that you couldn't meet those expectations or that person couldn't meet your expectations if it's too high, okay? Because we're all human, end of the day. We're all human with human problems, right? And deserving of forgiveness, but only if we're sorry and if we're going to try to fix it, and if the other person is going to try to fix it. Otherwise, we just have the same old, and there's gaslighting involved, and then there's you did it, no you, no you, no you, no you. So does it end? No, that doesn't end. Okay, I'm going to put you down because now I'm not making any sense. I'm making sense in my own head because I saw it, and when I meditated, that's what they were saying. The guides want you to know. Pray more to them. Pray more to the angels. Everybody needs to do that. Pray more to them for guidance. If somebody's in heaven that you really miss, and I believe that's true, Leo. A lot of people see Leos as the lion that roars and that's so strong and stoic. But a lot of people don't realize that Leo is so sensitive, okay? And they're constantly, put bricks around themselves. Why? Because they don't want to get hurt again, right? So they're trying to protect themselves, and they're trying to protect their heart. And we know that Leo, the two areas, Leo rules the heart and the back, okay? So meanwhile, like if you don't get your chakras balanced and you have a problem that keeps coming up that you're sad about or mad about, doesn't matter if you're sad about something or mad about something, your body registers, your mind and your head registers the same thing, whether it's anger or sadness, okay? And what happens? Your blood pressure either goes up too high, usually high, or too low if you're feeling empty and lonely. You don't get enough vitamin D. You don't want to go out if you're depressed. If you're angry, you look at everything as a person. You look at everybody that they're going to come at you. Okay, so then you're getting your shield up. Okay? All right, now I'm going to look at the paper. Yeah, so you have to, especially Leos, have to protect their heart and their head. Okay? Where's my paper? Here's my paper. Here's my Advil. I'll leave, because you can just take one. But I really like Excedrin, migraine, the best. I don't see my paper. I hope I didn't give my paper away at the post office. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Well, that's another thing. I gotta clean my car too. Okay. By cleaning my car, I mean take everything that's in the back seat and put it in the trunk. Yeah, done and done. Okay. All right. Anyhow, let me take a sip of water. Hydrate, people. Excuse me while I make love to my water bottle. See, if I was on a live, I would worry that nobody laughed at that joke. And if I'm not on a live, if I'm on a video, I only care if I laugh. Okay? I make a fool of myself in both ways, but when I'm on a video, I don't care. When I'm on a live, I'm like, I gotta read the chat. I gotta figure out, maybe I'm making everybody sad. That was what happened with my last 2 lives. I felt like, not the live that I just did yesterday, but the live that I just did yesterday was just creepy and kooky, but showed you my cleaners and stuff. I did use some of them. Anyhow, let's move away from that. There was a live I did where I was doing some cards and I was talking about Kylie Rodney. Yes, I am sitting in my driveway with my AC on and it feels good. And I felt like I did all this juggling and then nobody was asking questions. Nobody was really saying anything. And I was like, what the frig? I gotta get off of here. I just like, there wasn't a flow to it. I didn't feel like I wasn't funny. I was saying serious stuff. I was doing cards, and then I said maybe they didn't like those cards. Let me do these cards, and then I was giving you names that I heard in my head, what the angels were telling me, and nothing was working. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you because I am honest to my subs, and because I feel like we are Mystic Brady Bunch family. Honestly, that was on a Wednesday. That's why I never came back to do a video until I guess Sunday. And usually, I do videos but people go, oh, well, you did shorts. And I did shorts, but I was like, I was taken back by, I just felt like everybody hated me. And I know that's paranoia because not everybody's going to hate me. Just like not everybody's going to love you, will like you. Some people will just click on to hate you, to be a hater-rater. And I didn't get any hate. I didn't get anybody saying mean things, but nobody was saying anything. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do in this kind of situation? And I usually could talk a lot and talk myself like I'm doing now, talk about nothing. But I felt like an added pressure was on me, and I was like, I can't do this. What am I doing this for? Does this even matter? I was in that matrix. I was in that tunnel of question marks, like maybe this is stupid for me to even do this. Oh, and I know what really got me. And it's okay now. I'm okay. I'm totally okay, right? And I wouldn't say that. I probably wouldn't even come on if I wasn't totally okay. I'm actually in a good mood. And I am a little bit moody. I'm not moody like cranky, although Devin would say I am, but I'm moody where if I'm not absorbing love or I'm not absorbing friendship, I feel sad. Okay? So like if maybe I didn't talk to my family, in a few days or weeks, I get a little bit like I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, and then it's like a whole big tunnel of crazy. Okay? Anyhow, I forgot what my friggin' point was. It was probably stupid. But I just wanted to say, this is what it was. I had mentioned that I was bringing back the readings, and I mentioned that nobody really said, "Hey, when are you bringing back the readings?" The private readings where you pay my one price of $60. So I said, "No, I'm bringing back the 10/10 readings too." And people could call up on my phone because I have my other phone to tape on, and they could ask a question. I could feel them. And what happened was I was supposed to start that Saturday, and I didn't because nobody asked for it. So that made my mood go, ooh. And then the questions, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to be doing this for? What should I do this channel? Is anybody out there? Knock, knock. Is anybody there? Okay. Sorry. Mystic Brady. Watch Mystic Brady as she has a nervous breakdown. Yesterday, panic attack. And today, a nervous breakdown. Okay, it's fun. All right, anyway, it's fun to be me. So I was sad about it and a little bit mad. A little tiny bit mad and sad. I talked to Devin about it, and he was like, Devin is like, who cares? So what? Just do it. You're supposed to be doing it because you like to do it. Remember that. Do things because you like to do it. You don't want to do it anymore, don't do it. If you just want to do it once a week, twice a week, do that. He goes, only do it because you want to do it. And I was like, yeah, but I was trying to get like a couple of readings here and there, and then I do my, my cases. That's always, for free, total free, and then I bring in the art in, and then nobody's going to want my art. And then I did. He's like, you always do this. You always say nobody wants your art, and then you do all these little things, and then nobody wants it, and you cry, and you're sad, and then he goes, and then you sell. And then you're complaining that you have to go to the post office and wrap things up. And I go, I know, but this time it's really bad. It's really slow and nobody wants it. And why do I do it? And it's so stupid. I hate to ask for money. I hate to ask for anybody to buy anything because it makes me feel so vulnerable. And I know this is not part of Leo, but maybe it is. Okay, anyhow, long story short. He says to me, you do this all the time and then you sell. Just do things that you want to do, and other than that, just forget about it. Okay? But if it makes you sad and you don't want to do it anymore, and you're just doing it for the readings, to paid readings, and you're just doing it for your artwork, he goes, then you really don't like it and don't do it. And I was like, no, I do like it. I just wanted to know that I was needed and that I mattered, and that these from 2019 to now mattered to people, or am I just making a fool of myself? Because if I am, that's okay, as long as I'm having a good time too. Okay? So he was like, oh, step off. Okay. And he knows how to, but he didn't say it in a mean way. He just said it in like, you don't really want to do it. If you're that upset, you don't want to do it, then don't do it. If your heart's not in it, don't do it. And I was like, you're right. No, my heart is in it, but I needed a couple days break that nobody even knew I was gone, because I doing the shorts. I started doing the shorts because people love to see my dogs, and they make me happy, and certain songs make me happy. That's why I dance to them and make a fool of myself. But that's okay. It's all right. Maybe one person thinks it's nice. One person says, hey, if she could do it with that round carcass, then I could do it. Okay? So, and you can. The answer to that is you can. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about derailing the Leo. Leos, don't be mad. It's for free. Okay. See? I wrote in purple pen too. Okay, so Leo, a project that you finally found your right team, the right people, like-minded people, like-minded team is finally going to, you're finally placed in their direction. You're finally with the right team. Now, before, what do I mean by this? Before, you either thinking about a business, thinking about a job change, and you were with the same group, same clients, same, I don't know, it was something, I just heard stagnant. And because you're loyal to a fault, sometimes, because you're so loyal, sometimes Leos stay in too long with the same group of people, the same family members sometimes, same job, because you're like, well, I what am I going to do? I started this and I have to do this till I retire. I have to do, no you don't, not if you could make a transition into another way. Or maybe you just don't maybe you say, for example, you're a nurse and you're really, really unhappy at this particular hospital, and you really don't want to do it, but you know that this is your skill set, and you work with miserable people all the time. So you could try to change your shift. If that doesn't work, you could try to look into other places where you could be a nurse. Maybe a different hospital, or maybe a nursing home, or one-on-one care. Okay, so what I'm saying is to get yourself a different team of people that get you, that feel you, that don't stress you, that you feel like you don't necessarily have to be best friends with your coworkers and hang out with them on your days off, which you probably shouldn't, but to collab with them or business partners, collab with them, text with them, talk with them. Whenever you do spend time with them, you feel heard. Okay? So they're saying that they believe Leo's a project that you've been trying to get off the ground for a while. Could even be, they just showed me 3 or 4 years, some of you. And then you've given up and you've gotten back, and then you've just went back. It's almost like they showed me somebody, and this could be just what exactly it is. They showed me somebody in a bad relationship and they're unhappy. So they separate and they go out on a date, and they go on this date, and the date is horrendous. It's not even considered a date. It was almost like they felt attacked, like the person tried to attack them or something. And then what they do is, instead of like saying, okay, I'm just going to never go out with that person again, but I'm going to look for somebody else, or I'm just going to stay alone and get to know myself and what I want, they go back to the original partner. And what did they do? They didn't do anything different. They just went back to what feels comfortable, but isn't necessarily good for them. That's for some people. Okay. Same thing in business, same thing in your career. If you're constantly trying to get this project off the ground, but you don't feel heard, you don't feel like your coworkers or your business partners are for you, they're against you, or they're just not listening to you. They're like, you can't do that, we can't do that. Who do you think you are? That's the wrong team. Okay? But I see the right team coming for you. Ace of Pentacles came up, and that's the good money. fortunate and using gifts and talents that you already have. Use your intuition, Leo. Leos, you need to use your intuition more. Leo, you do have talent, but you weren't at the right place or with the correct tribe. Okay, you understand that? Now you're moving forward and you're healing at the same time, because you have some things that you're healing from. And there's a lot of people going through grief. A lot of Leos in specifics that are going through grief. Even things that happened 3 years ago. Something 3 years ago. So what was 3 years ago? 2020. Okay, something in 2020 put you for a loop. I mean, it put a lot of people for a loop. A lot of bad things happen, but some good things happen too. And revelations. Okay, so they just told me when I touched my cross and my St. Michael's medal, they said it's not 2020 anymore. You could release that and move on. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. And there's some kind of pain in your heart. Our argument, somebody who passed. I'm not saying you're not going to miss them anymore, but understand that they are right with you. They're right here in your heart forever. When you're sad and you're missing them and you're like, how am I going to get through this life without you? How am I going to live without you? Without ever hearing your voice. Without ever hearing you laugh. Know that they are still alive. It's just in that nice place. And they hear you and they feel you when you cry. And they want you to talk to them more. So whether it's writing down in your journal or whether it is just thinking for a couple moments in your car before you go into work or when you get out of work, okay? Really take care of that. I promise you they know when you're sad about them, okay? Now for the other people that had a breakup or a disagreement with family members, okay, yeah, like kind of what I was saying before is they want you to be able to move on with that. And I'm not saying that you're going to resolve it, but in order to move on with life, we have to just say, okay, you know, I was wrong too. I was wrong in my delivery of whatever. If I frightened you or I made you feel like I didn't care about you, I'm sorry. You know, like we have to apologize for our actions too in order to grow as a human, in order to make something that is bad a little bit better. Okay? Not only will you make it better for yourself, but you'll make it better for somebody else. Even if you still have the disagreement with them, even if you're never going to talk to them again, you could still make it a little bit better, like moving forward. Sorry about what I did. Are you sorry about what you did? Don't even expect them. Don't even expect them to say they're sorry about what they did. Okay? Most likely they might not. They might just still try to gaslight, or they might not see it in their mind. And then in your mind, you pray for them. You pray for them. Say, God, I know that, you know, they don't see it, what they did to me, to hurt me, or my family, or, you know, my friend. But please, at some point in their life, I'm forgiving them. Help me to help forgive them and bless them so they know the error in their ways. And that's all. We're not God. We're not here to be God against anybody. But if somebody hurts you or hurts your family member, of course you're going to speak up about it. It's just the way that we speak up. Okay, I just heard that. Somebody needs you to talk to them, but they don't want you to get angry. They want you to they want to talk to you in a casual way. They need your advice, but they first need you to listen. Just heard that. They need you to listen first for a long time. Like when I say a long time, like just be quiet and just, oh, really? What happened? Okay. Oh, wow, really? Okay. All right. Now, see, my eyes turn green. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's with us. I'm open and receptive to receiving any messages for the Leos. Thank you. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, archangels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, guardian angels. So they want you to listen, have a conversation, have a cup of coffee, go for a beer, go for a glass of wine, whatever. Go for a hamburger. I just heard hamburger. Okay. And just listen. And it's not easy to listen. Trust me, I don't listen well. I listen, I get excited, and then I ask questions, and I'm ADD. So, but I do circle back. I try to circle back unless I'm going through like a phase. But what they're saying is they need you to hear them and kind of feel their feelings, and then they're going to wait for your advice. Now, remember, anything with advice, people might say they want advice, and then they don't take it from you. Don't be upset. Don't be sad. Don't be angry that they don't take your advice, even though they said, I'd like your advice on this. Because it's communication. That's what it's all about. It's communication. Let's hear. And then you say what your feelings are. It really hurt me when I felt hurt when you did A, B, or C. It really hurt my feelings when you hurt my friend or when you hurt my child. Okay? Start it with that. And, I would like to resolve it. I would like to move past it. And you're never going to move past it if you stay in the seat of anger, if you stay in the seat of depression, if you close yourself off from feeling anything because you don't want to be hurt again, if you have that brick wall around you because you don't want to use your instincts anymore because you've got hurt the last time you felt like you used your instincts. If I did that, I would have a brick wall all around me. You guys wouldn't be able to see me because I've been wrong, not really in my instincts, my gut feeling, but I've been wrong on, maybe judging people too quickly that I think are judging me. And meanwhile, the person was going through a personal thing, and I right away think they hate me. Okay, I always go to that. They hate me. They used to like me. They must be a Gemini. Okay, because, Geminis and me, they liked me for 6 months, and then that's it. They don't like me no more. All right. Anyway, let's circle back. Let me finish Leo. Okay, so Leos, you do have talent, but you weren't at the right place or with the correct tribe. Now you're moving forward and healing at the same time. Libras are attracted to you. Okay, lots of swords. That would be Libras. Even Gemini and Aquarius. But the strength card came up. I got lots of swords. Swords there's a problem. There's a situation, but you're gonna figure it out. You're not gonna be bound by blindfolds and things over your mouth anymore. You're going to speak up. You're not going to yell. You're going to speak up and you're going to defend yourself, but you're going to look at the situation because you're not alone anymore. And you're starting to realize that. And some of you Leos out there might be like, well, I do feel alone because everybody left me, or I left them, or it didn't work out, and this fighting. Okay, this fighting means passion, all right? But it's when you don't resolve that fight, and when you don't somebody doesn't respect your boundaries, but you're not respecting their boundaries either. Or maybe you tried with somebody, some relationship, and it's just not working. You just, you love them, but sometimes you have to leave them. Or love them from afar, or love them with a break. Okay, anyhow. Use that intuition that you have that maybe you used more when you were a teenager, and ask your guides to help you more. What am I supposed to do, guides? Like, even before I do a video, I'll say, is the right time to do it? What am I? Because I've done a million videos today, little videos. I'm like, they're gonna hate me, right? I'm doing too much, right? They're gonna get sick of me. They're already sick of me, right? And then they go, no, just go. You got a nice outfit on. Just do it. No, I don't want to do. I wanted to do Leo because that's a promise that I do. I try to do all the signs. I was having messages for Aquarius, but I was like preparing for other stuff, so I didn't get a full-on message. It was something, and I'll concentrate on it when I do a collective. Okay, I promise. Anyhow, let's get back to Leo. All right, luscious Leos, vivacious Leos. Okay, so use your talent. Use all your talents. But one of the talents that you have is very strong instinct, okay? It's almost like, you know when someone shakes your hand and it's a real strong handshake and you're like, are they a little bit too, in love with themselves? Or they're trying to intimidate me, or they're just a strong person and they're trying to tell you they're loyal, they're strong, okay? And then you shake somebody else's hand and it's a dead fish, right? That's, that is a red flag, okay? I've had a couple of bosses and friends that did the dead fish shake, and you learn a lot about that. Anyhow, what Spirit wants you to do is just use your instincts more. Ask your spirit guides. Ask the people who went to heaven. Could you help me, please, Grandma? Could you please help me, Mom or Dad? Could you please help me, Grandpa? I'm having a little problem with this. I need your input. Okay? Give me a sign what I'm supposed to do. Let me have a feeling. Now I don't even really ask for signs. I would love a sign. Okay? White butterflies, hearts. I'd love a sign. But now I just say the person's name. And sometimes I write it down 3 times. So I can tap in. But now I just say, Spirit, tell me what I should do. And then I just feel it. I just have a feeling. And it's like either it's a stop sign, do something else, okay? Or it's green light. Go for it. And it's always a friendly voice, okay? It's never a voice that says, you look like a house. That's me. I have to stop that voice, okay? The other voice says, hey, you did your makeup pretty good. You did a little thing in your hair. You got a little ensemble going on for Hawaii vibe, for our friends in Hawaii that are going through hell, okay? So anyhow, sorry about all the interruptions, but I am not an AI, in case you didn't know. I'm not an AI, all right? Even though I dance the robot, okay, I'm not AI. I'm not drunk, because I'm in my car, so I'm not drunk. I don't like to day drink. All right. Okay, if I was day drunk, you would know it, all right? Do you feel me? All right, so anyhow, lots of swords. You want your freedom. You want your freedom. That's for some people. Some Leos out there. Attraction from a past love or friend is coming in hard. So in other words, you might start getting text messages from them, but they're kind of subtle. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm sitting on a beach right now with just my bikini on, or just my trunks on, or I don't know, like weird, to make you go like, I'm at work, but it's a friend or some love that you had, and they're trying to get with you, they're trying to get back to you, they're trying to get your energy, they're trying to get back on your good side, okay? Nothing bad, I don't feel bad, but if the thing is, spirit guides are saying, we want Leo to resolve any kind of arguments or fights that have been going on. Disagreements, family, friends, anything like that. love relationships, significant others, all right, co-workers, and make a decision. After you do it, after you feel like I've done A through Z, or I've done ABC, and I'm not getting anything back here, then you make your decision. Two of Wands. Standing there making a decision, trying to make a decision. Should I go the path A or path B or the road less traveled? Okay. Am I making any sense, or am I just being a fool? Okay. Let me put this here. Okay, what was I doing? wait. I don't even have a stress pad on. Okay, guys, the magic of pink. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, guys. When you tap your third eye, it's good for your third eye, obviously, and it's good for, like, if you're trying to do some downloads, if you have a slight headache, tap your third eye right here. Okay, if you're having like a panic attack, you're supposed to tap here. I'm not having a panic attack though. I'm fine. What color are my eyes? I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Take it down a level. All right, guys. So it's important that you resolve some issues, okay, Leos? Lionesses and Leo. Somebody from your past. There's somebody with high blood pressure, because my eye is going right? And you might say, well, maybe it's you, Katrina, that has the high blood pressure. No, I usually have very low blood pressure. As big as I am, that I usually have beautiful blood pressure, okay? Let me just put you here. So somebody might be experiencing some high blood pressure. I'm just going to put some water in my, the old bread basket. I love Dasani water. I know nobody asked me. See, if this was alive, I'd be paranoid that nobody was laughing, and then I would probably cut my jokes in half. And then I would get paranoid, and you know, it would be a mess. So, this is 20 ounces, by the way. Nobody cared. All right. Okay, Leos, I'm still on board. Are you on board? I'm sorry. Okay. All right, serious. Sorry. All right. No, me and my friend Christine Vavik, who is a Leo, by the way, when we were little, we would do, you know, you're supposed to be happy. So she would do that, and it would crack me up. We would do the staring test. Whoever would stare into each other's eyes, and whoever would laugh first or smile would lose. So guess who lost all the time? Because Christine would do this. She would do all these faces. Okay, I don't know why that just came to me. Do I look like I have a mask on? Okay. Just freaked myself out. All right, calm down. All right, here we go. Calm down. Baby, calm down. Okay, so you want your freedom. Lots of swords. The strength card came. Heal the past. Attraction from a past love or friend. I talked about it. Watch your words. Words are so powerful. So give more compliments, Leo. Give more compliments to yourself and to others, especially young children. I like the way you do that. Or even people who you consider a little bit of your enemy, compliment them. See how the flow of energy changes with that. Watch your words. They really want to get to know you or connect with you, Leo. This person is grateful for you, Leo. It could be the person that really wants to resolve the reason why you guys don't talk anymore, or don't bother with each other anymore. New soul. Why is somebody breathless? Somebody having a breathing problem. Somebody has asthma, or they're allergic to their animals. It's new. It came on new. Like, they didn't have it before, and now all of a sudden they have asthma. Be careful with the, I want to call it a puffer, but I know it's not a puffer. It's not a cigarette. It's a vape. Vape. Thank you. What's the message on the vape? Okay. You'd be better off smoking. You know why? Vapes are like 20 cigarettes in 2 puffs. 20 cigarettes in 2 puffs. You'd be better off, if you can't quit smoking and you're a vapor, go back to regular smoking, because you'd be better off. If you have to do something, don't vape. It's destroying, like, the young people were all doing it because parents thought that wasn't as bad. And I'm sorry, my head looks so big. Okay. I can't change the size of my head, but if I have the camera like this, it's a tiny ounce smaller. Okay, anyway. Don't worry, I fed the animals and the rabbit. Okay, I brought the pizza home, put it on the table, I used the bathroom, and I came back. I said, I gotta go back out and do my reading. And I have to take a walk too. I know you don't need to know that, right? Okay, anyhow. So somebody is having issues in the chest area, and it feels like asthma, because I just felt like I can't breathe. But it also could just be, if it just came on and you don't smoke and you don't vape, you're allergic to something that you didn't used to be allergic to. Could be peanuts, a peanut allergy, tree nuts, something that you weren't allergic to before. Suddenly your system got funny like that. And sometimes that will happen when your chakras are off. So try to get into your chakras again. Try to get into especially your heart chakra, because your Leos rule the heart chakra. Everything that I talked about before. Listen to this twice. Speed up on the talk about myself. Sorry, but I have to do it because it's my channel. All right. New souls are coming in your life, whether short term or long. See, that's the thing. We want it to always be long, at least I do. And then when people make an exit out of my life, I get sad, and I'm like, why do they hate me? Why did they really like me, or why did they hate me? And then I just realize I have to tell myself what my mother used to always say: some people come in your life for a season or a reason. Okay? They might be there for the spring and the summer, but then by the fall they're gone. All right? And you just have to think about, what did I learn from that relationship? What things were fun? So you can't change people who don't see an issue with their actions or perspective. Hard lesson to learn. It's a hard lesson to learn that some people will be like, you could talk to you blue in your face and they still won't get it, and they'll still try to gaslight you because they don't see an issue with what they're saying. So you're just supposed to take what they're saying, and they're in relation, they're not really hearing you. So it's just a one-way conversation. And so with that is, the spirits guides say you always try. And sometimes people are different kind of learners. They need to learn from your absence. If you always respond to them and you're always there, they don't learn anything from that. They're not paying attention to you. They're like, oh, Leo will always be there. Leo's not going to leave me, because the Leos are loyal. But don't let them use your loyalness, mistaken your loyalness for gullible, for being a doormat. Okay? So you have to put up those boundaries, and you have to say, maybe, if this person isn't hearing me, maybe they are a visual learner, so let me write them a letter. Okay? If they don't get it still, let me, try again having a conversation. Okay? If the conversation gets out of hand where somebody's yelling, or maybe even you yourself feel like your blood pressure is getting the best of you, do it in a place that is relaxing, like a bar, a cafe, do people say cafes anymore? Coffee place, all the places I want to go with a friend. Okay. Anyway, try not to do it in their house. Why? People, it depends on whose house it is. Whoever owns the house will feel more dominant. Or if it's your significant other, you need to get out of that environment and get into a public place so that everybody keeps their voices down. Sit across the table, not next to each other. Sit across the table like you and I are doing right now. And you look into their eyes. When you look into somebody's eyes for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you can make them fall in love with you. Let's try. Come on, that was a good one, but it's true. It's true. Okay? I read it somewhere. I think in a psychology book. I went to level 600 in psychology in college. Yeah. And I took courses in my graduate studies of education. When I was going for my teaching degree, I took courses in reading reading specialist for different reading disorders. Yeah, that's a little fact you guys didn't know about me, right? That's why I say I have to get hooked on phonics, but I'm really hooked on phonics. Okay? Okay, anyhow, let's move along. So you can't change those people that don't see an issue with their own actions, or they don't see your perspective. They only see their own perspective. Just know you can't change them. And the spirit guides say, just try. Try different ways, 3 different ways, and if they still don't get it, then you might have to take a step back and decide what decision you're going to make. Okay? But know that you've tried. Okay? It's a hard lesson to learn. It is a hard lesson to learn. Stand your ground. Acceptance for the things that you can't change. Yeah, it's hard to do it, because after a while we realize, you know what, I'm not going to be able to fix this one. I'm not going to be able to change that person. But maybe we can move forward by trying to listen to each other in a different way. And try and always throw in some memories that were positive that you had, okay? But maybe that person is over here and you're over here and you're not together anymore. You're not on the same vibe anymore. And you can't beat a dead horse. Like something has run its course. I am not trying to rhyme. It just happened. It just happened. Okay, I allow myself to here's the affirmation. I allow myself to open up for healing and love. I allow myself to open up for healing and love. We got to heal ourselves first. Whatever is broken inside, whatever trauma we went through, we got to heal that first. And then the person that we're going to deal with, person that we're going to consider is our person, our significant other, our friend, even a worker, a co-worker, they have to believe in you. They have to be able to, in order for you to move forward with them, they have to kind of believe in you, in the best for you, and want the best for you. You can't have somebody giving you side eye, and because you're either for somebody or you're against them, according to me. Okay? Like, in other words, they have to believe in your dreams. And when do we stop dreaming? I'm almost 60, right? But I still have things that I want to do. And I have still career goals. I still have things with my writing. I still have things with, changing the world with my art and my readings. I still have things, places I have to go. I want to go, but I kind of have to go there. And I just need the strength to get me there. But anyhow, when do you stop dreaming? You can't say, oh, well, I'm 58 or I'm 55 or I'm 52. So pretty much my dreams are done. I'm just going to try to retire. No, you still have to have your dreams until you're dead. Okay? And then you have different dreams up in heaven. So you never stop dreaming. You never stop thinking of, like, how can I make this world a better place? How can I put my thumbprint on it? Okay? And when we're sad or depressed or down or hurt, know there's a whole bunch of people that are the same, and are feeling the same. But we don't have to go through this matrix alone. And it's just like, I just heard it's all about communication. Communicating how you're feeling and listening to somebody else communicate, but also you have to touch base in the middle. You have to let each other know, I hear that. What you said is that I hurt your feelings back in 2001. And then when I didn't call you for 3 years, that hurt your feelings. But when I text messaged you back in 1999, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really weigh it, but you have to go through the trauma that caused somebody else trauma. It might be nothing to you. It might be miscommunication or miscalculation to you, but the other person, it might have been everything. And so we have to hear each other's pain. We have to hear how the other person feels, and then be empathetic and be forgiving, but also forgive them, forgive yourself, and say, what is the plan to move on? Are we going to continue to be friends? Are we going to continue to be family, or whatever it is? Okay, and how can we move on? What do you think we could do to make it better? Okay, and if the other person doesn't give a crap, then, at least you knew you tried. You had the conversation, you tried. Okay, and they might have to go under the category of a season, or somebody 20 years that you were supposed to be with, but no longer. Somebody 6 months that you were supposed to be in friends with, but then no longer, or a job. Okay, I had to circle back. Okay, so I allow myself to open up for healing and love, more affirmations, looking at the situation. Yeah, so the Two of Wands kept coming up. Someone is disagreeing. Somebody is disagreeing, causing a blockage. I forgot I wrote that. Yeah, what do I need to know about that, Spirit? So somebody is disagreeing, and it's causing a blockage, a loss of hope, almost ready to give up. So this is for you guys, Leos. Somebody's causing a blockage, a loss of hope, and you're almost ready to give up and throw in the towel. So that's either you or somebody you're dealing with. Keep pushing, though. Keep pushing, Leos. Success is coming in, especially big win. Setting something in motion. In terms of career, changing the job, promotion, something. Pentacles, all the pentacles came in. Ace of Pentacles came in. This is your time to shine. You were meant for this. So if some of you were thinking, yeah, I was thinking about changing or getting a different job or moving, but I'm not sure because, royal loyal Leos want to stay in one spot. It's kind of hard to move, even leave jobs, even leave relationships, even just, go after your dreams. There's something that, oh, I can't do that. I'd like to do that, but I can't do that because I don't have the money. I don't have enough money. I don't, and that's all the can'ts. Make believe that's not in your vocabulary for one day, right? Or even 10 minutes. Try 20 minutes of just writing down all the things that you could have. Say you had everything that you needed, all the money, all the resources. Where would you want to live? What kind of job would you want to have? Maybe you wouldn't want a job. Maybe you just want to travel or have a business that you created. I just saw somebody creating it's so weird. It just popped in my head. It's odd, but maybe it's somebody out there. They have, I'm sorry, I forgot to put my rings on and my bracelets. So I feel naked. They have I'm gonna just close my eyes because otherwise I can't focus. They have a preschool in their house. They're running a preschool like in the basement of their house. And first it starts out like as just babysitting, and then they get more and more kids, and then they hire like one worker or one helper. But it's very nice. It's something they always wanted to do, but they like, I can't do it. Okay, so anyway, all right, now I'm just silly. Sagittarius energy helps you. So if there's some Sagittarius around you, because you're Leo, you're a fire sign. The other fire sign is Aries, but specifically Sagittarius energy is really industrious and helps you with your dreams, like to push you to go for your dreams. So get that Sagittarius around you. Sagittarius help you to see that you can make your dreams come true. Learn to pull back on helping other loved ones. This is so friggin' important. Sorry. Learn to pull back on helping the loved ones. It's hard for me too. It's hard for me as a mother, a teacher, a good friend. It's hard to let your loved ones, the people who you care about, especially your children, right, to do their own thing. I'm going through this too, okay? And I'm kind of old school, but I'm more old school than Devin. So I'm like, pull up your bootstraps and get the frig busy, okay? Some people will understand that. Okay, anyway, the reason why they want you to pull back, because Leos, you do a lot for everybody, but sometimes you have to pull back and let them do it for themselves, okay? So I say this almost every day, and Devin friggin' hates it. Okay, so you want somebody to eat for one day, you can give them a fish, right? They eat one day. Thank you. That was really good. You want somebody to eat for their lifetime, teach them to fish, okay? So they're telling me Leo's already taught them. Now let them fish, okay? Pull back on what you're doing. Pull back on all the stuff that you're doing to help people, because sometimes you get into a vicious cycle because you want to feel needed. And I'm the same way, but not as extreme, because I'm very Be independent, okay? Do it for yourself, because then you'll be able to do it way after I'm long dead, okay? Anyway, pull back on all your help. Everybody's grown, and they need you. You don't need them to always need you, okay? You have to get your own, all right? Independent of other people needing you for this or that, the other thing. You have to have your own value, all right? So they're saying that don't do too much for your loved ones. Don't do so much, okay? So that they could just check it off the list, or you could check it off, because they're always going to be depending on you to do everything. And that's not healthy, okay? That's for some people. All right, I don't want to go into it because the energy is not good. All right, you think about securing yourself in terms of stocks, investments. I even saw, and I don't understand it, but my son certainly does. What's the stocks that he does? What's the stocks that... Bitcoin, okay? It's weird, right? But I saw the symbol for Bitcoin. Any case, you might be like, I don't even have a coin, Katrina. Okay. But no, there's some kind of inheritance that you didn't think about. There's something, you have to, they just showed me, paperwork, like, wills, and make sure if you don't have a will. Now, I don't have a will either, so I should listen to my own advice from Spirit to Leo. But anyhow, yeah, it looks like a will. It looks like some kind of stocks and bonds, CD, but good, in a good way. In a good way, definitely. You might be like, wow, I didn't know we had that, or was getting that. That's some... All right, a Leo taught me this. A very good friend, and she's a Leo. She's born on the 10th, and she taught me this when we were little, right? Because we grew up together, and we stayed together, and been through, she's been through both of my divorce and marriage and stuff like that. And anyhow, deaths of parents, everything, divorces that our parents went through at the same time. Anyway, she taught me I gotta have something to look forward to. If I have something to look forward to, then I won't get as depressed or blue, because I have something to look forward to. And I am not trying to rhyme, okay? So I was like, yeah, I get that, because, like, she would have, dates. Hey, let's go out to eat on, December 5th. And then when we're out to eat December 5th, when we lived in the same state, in Staten Island, New York, then we were making plans for what we were going to do January 5th. So she would say, you always have to have something to look forward to, and that makes you happy. And then you look forward to it, and you work towards it. And so I think of that to this day, because if I don't have, I have my Ireland trip to look forward to, but before that, I really do want to come to New York and see that particular Leo and some friends, and of course my family. But I don't know. We'll have to see if I can make it, if I can come up with the thou. Okay, you feel me? Anyway, let's get back to Leo. Almost done, and then I'll do the cards, and then out. All right. Yeah, because this is long. This is 1 hour and 9 minutes. Okay. So ego sometimes is in the way. Ego gets in the way. Be careful with that. Be careful with... Some Leos are okay to throw their power around, and they'll get upset, and then they'll be all right, and then they end up doing everything anyway. But some Leos swallow their power, and they're not able to show their power and their intuition and their gifts and talents. And so the angels are saying, that's what you have to learn to balance. Okay? It's not good if it's too quiet and you're very meek and shy and you're too afraid to get out there, because a Leo is meant to roar. A Leo is meant to shine, right? With the hair all around you, okay? Your mane all around you. Anyway, if you're not, speaking up enough and not talking about your gifts and talents or your dreams to your significant other or your friends or your tribe, then that's a low time. That's a little down and depressed, okay? So Spirit wants you to come up and rise up and start to look forward to those things that you've always wanted to do. And maybe you started it, but you didn't finish it. And that doesn't mean that you're not good at it. It means that you just want to do it in a different way. But you have to believe in yourself. The whole root of it is not to be like somebody else, but to be yourself, your authentic self. That's good enough exactly as you are right now. Right now, as I stare at you, okay? Is my eyes green? Spirit's there, okay? Could I have much more makeup on than I already do? Yeah, I could have more on my cheeks, and I didn't line my forehead enough. Like, what you do is to make your face look skinnier. Is you could walk around like this, right? That looks good. You don't see the chins, but you could take your put it in a little brownish color and then go all the way around your face, your chin, up your cheekbone, and around your face. And I didn't do that, so I don't look like this. But I did go around my cheekbones to make them pop, but I look insane. It doesn't matter. It's not about me. It's about Leo. Okay. All right. I can't stand myself. I know you think I like myself, or my sister Susan used to say, you're in love with yourself, Kathleen. It's not all about you, Kathleen. But I'm not in love with myself. I'm just silly. I'm in a silly friggin' mood. Thank you, Leos. Okay, anyhow. And Aries. All right, so you think about securing some stocks and bonds, conflict, struggle, drama. They don't want you to succeed more than them. Yes, okay, so I do have to talk about that. There's a group of people. Now my heart's speeding out. Okay, there's a group of people that maybe you were friends with, maybe they're in your family. They just straight up friggin' don't want to see you be more successful than them. And that's not right. And you have to have a conversation with them. And if you can't make them become compassionate, then you could straight up say to them, it's like you don't want me to succeed, or you don't want me to do well. You don't want me to do better than you. Because otherwise you would be cheering me on. Yay, Leo just made some more money. Yay, Leo just had an inheritance. Leo just had a job opportunity that they decided to go for. Leo just went back to school. Leo just started a YouTube channel. Leo just started a new business. They would be like, yay, I'm so proud of you. I knew you could always do it. If they're not, if there's a group of people, and there's a group of people that I was getting that is not saying that, their insecurities are overtaking them. And it's like, you don't got time for that. Okay? So you could give them, Spirit always wants you to be fair. So Spirit says, try to talk to them about how that hurts you. And make them realize that they're hurting you, and that's not acting like a friend. That's not acting like a significant other. That's not acting like part of your tribe. Okay? They should be happy for you. But this is what it is. I just saw it. Leo was a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, right? But the people that are a little down on you, or they want you to still be the caterpillar. They don't want to see you change, because they think if Leo turns into the butterfly from the caterpillar, what are they going to do? They think you're going to fly away from them. So that's the insecurity. Sorry, this is too heavy. This one's too heavy. This one's not heavy enough. Okay. Anyway, it's the end of the day. But, yeah, they feel ultimately you'll get in with a new tribe. Sorry. They feel... I can't take myself. I really can't. Okay. Can you get through a sentence? No, I can't. Okay. At least try. Close your eyes or something. Okay, I'll try that. Okay. So they believe that... I can't even do it with my eyes closed. Okay. They feel that if you indeed get with a new tribe and get your wings, you're going to fly away from them. It's insecurities. And what you have to rebuttal with is, if you really cared about me and really loved me for me, as a friend, as a soulmate, as a tribe member, right? I hate saying tribe member because it sounds like some kind of conspiracy. But if you really loved me, you would want me to succeed in my dreams. You would want me to move up in my career or in my friends or with a new business or ideas that I have. You wouldn't want to kick me down. You'd want to bring me up like your queen or your king. Okay? So this is for people who are with Leos in friendships, in relationships, in significant others. Okay? Whether they are a queen or a king, we have to rise them up every once in a while, and we have to tell them what we really treasure about them. Okay? And you'll have the best conversations with Leos. They're funny. They could be a little bit sarcastic. But if you can get absorb their intellect, it's a beautiful thing. It's, something that is golden. And maybe I'm not making any sense, but some of you might understand it. So they feel the more success than them. Oh, they feel like the more successful you are, you're becoming more successful than them, and their ego is in the way. And then, so to rebuttal, they try to kick you down a few rungs. They try to gaslight or be sarcastic and point out your flaws and be critical. So be very careful of anybody who's super critical of you, because that's not treating you like a soulmate. That's not being a best friend, okay? Or any kind of friend. And you have to deal with that. You have to, get them. Talk to them about that. Stop them in their tracks when somebody tries to disrespect you. Don't say, I'll talk about that later. I'm tired. I'll talk. They always do that later. Because what happens is there's an established way that people are treating you, and it's not the way you deserve to be treated. That's for some people. Okay. Do you like what I say? That's for some people. I know it's getting annoying. Okay, so anyhow, my last page is my way or the highway. There's somebody that's like, hey, you're going to do it my way, and they don't want to talk about anything of your dreams. They want to talk about their dreams. And you're like, hey, okay, I listened for 3 hours and 15 minutes about what you want to do in the future. Can I tell you what I want? And they're like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. All right? And that needs to be dealt with. All right. So ask your guides and ask your angels, how am I supposed to deal with this person that is not really listening to me? They're not absorbing me. They're not getting me. Okay? So they should acknowledge your strengths and avoid confrontation. Yeah, the angels don't want you to have like big brawls or fights, screaming fights, because nothing is going to get heard, and that's everybody's ego. Then it's like, you said this and somebody throws that, and this one throws, criticizes something about you that you can't change, like, oh, your lips are too big. I wish. Okay, you never cook right. Something that is like, wow, like it really hurts. And so the angels don't want you to do confrontation type of arguments, but they want you to like nip it in the bud. Almost like, like my kids today are 35 and 30, right? If I'm talking to them on the phone or they're with me and they start to get snotty, right? They can get snotty. My daughter has a habit of treating me like I'm her daughter. Like, she'll say, we would have a conversation, she would say, this is when in her 20s, and even teenagers, she would say, end of the issue, end of the conversation. I was like, what? I mean, I know you're a Scorpio, but step back. Don't use that tone with me, right? So, and then she would fall in, right? She'd fall in to line. But, I mean, she's still, to this day, if I would allow it, because she's older now, I'll say, I'm the mother. I'm the mother, and you're the daughter, you're the child. And she would say, I'm not a child anymore. I don't need you to tell me what to do. And I'll say, watch your tone. Okay? So this is why I'm saying, and my son too. And then he stops, his little tone. Oh, sorry, I cursed. He'll just get cranky, Aquarius. But anyhow, you have to get on somebody who's giving you an attitude. Instead of giving you an attitude of gratitude, they're giving you an attitude straight up. And you have to catch them on it, and you have to say, no, that's not acceptable what you just said to me. It's not acceptable to gaslight anybody. It's not acceptable to constantly criticize anybody and think that's okay, especially somebody you're supposed to love and cherish. Yeah, it's just, I mean, like, we don't get through this matrix without like having a discussion, but it's all the way we say things to each other. Like, you know what? I noticed that the last 5 nights I cooked. Could you take out the garbage, or can you fill up the dishwasher, or can we just go out to dinner and talk? Making a compromise. Or I really don't like it when you call me fat, or when you say that oh, you better cut down on something. It really hurts my feelings when you say that. Don't say it again. Stop saying that. Or walk out of the room when somebody is using abusive or I keep hearing defamation, like even in so degrading language. Or, all right, so maybe it's a job. Somebody's getting put down at a job, and so you have to deal with it. You can't just like say, I hate to go to work every day because this person's mean to me. And you can't scream and yell back at them, especially if they're your superior. But what you can do is say, I don't like the tone of your voice with me, so we're going to have to resume this conversation at another time when you're calm, when you're calmer. Okay? And then you turn around, you walk away. And if it gets worse, you have to go into HR, or you go into your manager, or you set up a meeting. Okay, I know it. I'm talking too much, so now I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle for 2 decks. This one not first. I just heard not first. Kipper is first. Okay, what do my Leos need to know? What do my Leos need to know? Dear gods, spirit guides, angels, archangels, What do my Leos need to know moving forward? September's going to be busy. Some Leos are buying a house or another house. Okay. That's good. A lot, I'm hearing, like, I didn't turn over a card yet, but I'm getting a lot of messages. Yeah, so you need to make it, I heard you need to make that decision in terms of your job or your business. You've been staring at it too long. You need to make a decision. And don't worry, we're with you. We'll help you. That's what I say. Like when I went to my meeting last Thursday to be a substitute again for the 8th year, I didn't want it to be confusing. I didn't want to. First of all, I was late. That's not good. I made a wrong turn and it was scary. So anyhow, I asked the angels and I asked God and my guides. I said, please, dear God and Mommy, who's my spirit guide, please help me. Let this be smooth. Let this go smoothly without like paperwork and confusing things and codes and stuff like that. Let it be smooth, and let the schools like reach out to me so that it's organized. And guess what? It really was a good meeting. I mean, of course, it's usually boring until the police officer comes in. I wanted to ask him more questions. But it was pretty good, and it wasn't as confusing. We had to fill out one piece of paper, and they didn't bring out iPads. So it was just like, when you talk to your spirit guides or God or angels, whoever you pray to, you ask them, help make this transition easier for me. Like say you're going to a meeting and there's a person that's really mean to you. Ask God to protect you in that meeting. Okay? What do Leos need to know moving forward? Oh, this popped out. Definitely court, adjudication. Okay? So remember I was picking up on court before? So there's some kind of legal papers that are going to come up and you're going to have to resolve it, or it's around you. I don't feel bad about it. I just feel like it's going to get stretched out a little bit more than you would like. Message of concern. Okay, so you're going to be getting something, either an email, a letter, a phone call, and somebody's worried about somebody else, so it's a message of concern. Okay. Let me just look that one up, because I don't use the Kipper that much. And I don't really like using the books, because I'm a lazy ass. Okay. No, it's because it's just, but this is so cute. That's not a problem. You should reconsider your wishes and goals. This card warned you against delusions. Some news coming in. This may concern partnerships or in a professional or money matters. Try to do better in the future. News arrives that's a little depressing. Alternately, it could be a minor illness or weakness. The closer this card is to the significant, the sooner it occurs. I feel like it's going to occur in September. What actually the message might be relating to could be indicated on the adjacent cards. So I think it has to do with this card about judgment, about law. Okay. And see how the judge is like listening and it's like taking longer. For example, romantic or business relationship has been compromised. A legal dispute did not rule in your favor. Okay, so far. Remember I said it's taking time. It's going to take longer to resolve. What else do the Leos need to know? What else do the Leos need to know? Thank you. Ooh, sudden wealth. And that did come up earlier today in my notes. Sudden wealth. Very good. 777. What else? Okay. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with anything that comes in, that you don't put it in the wrong hands. You don't give out so much. You got to, that's why maybe the Bitcoin came in, stocks and bonds, unexpected income. So that's twice. Okay. One last card for the Leos. Thank you, Spirit and dear God. Privileged lady. Okay. So we got a privileged lady. I really do feel good about the new house that some of you might be buying, or summer home. Remember, does anybody still buy summer homes or have summer homes? This is a privileged lady. Okay. I'll just check it in the book before I do the other cards. 12. We meet the privileged lady in the epitome of wealth, ease, youth, health, beauty, and charm. She strolls across the wide lawn past the orchid house, lavishly dressed. This card stands for fun, creativity, luxury, the good life, and all beautiful things. Somebody's selling a house, and they think it's going to be bad, but it's going to be beautiful because you're going to buy a new house, and it's going to be all designed or created by new stuff that you want. The house that you have is somebody else's house. Maybe it was a family's house. So the angels are saying, yes, go forward. It might be smaller. It's going to be smaller, and it might be in a different state. That's for somebody or some people. Okay, it might be in a different state, and you're going to be like, I didn't think I was going to move out of here, but it's better. There's more opportunities in a different state. Okay, so all right, so if this doesn't represent you or somebody you know, it could be somebody in your family that is like a little snooty. That's what it's saying. She could be a young woman, a daughter, or a younger mistress. When this card isn't referring to a person, it's talking about a lucky phase, being carefree with no worries. This is usually a positive card. I feel it's a positive card because it came up with money. It represents luxuries, prosperity, wellness, creativity, a female friend or relative, girlfriend or sister or daughter, best friend, young privileged lady. It's gentle, comfortable way of life. Okay, it's good. It's all good in the neighborhood. All right, guys. I still have a lot of cleaning to do, so because I stopped yesterday, and then today was get out of the house and do errands outside of the house. And yeah, I'm trying not to stress. I'm trying not to stress. No, stretch. I'm trying not to stretch. That's weird. Okay, I'm a weird person, but I'm a good person. All right, so now I'm going to ask strictly your angels, the people, your spirit guides, your people in heaven who have passed on, your ancestors. What do the ancestors and spirit guides, people who've passed, for the Leos, what do they want to tell the Leos, specifically the Leos? What do the Leos need to know from their ancestors and their loved ones in heaven? What are the heaven messages for Leos? Heaven messages for Leos, please. Thank you. Heaven messages for Leos. Thank you. I hear How is 2023 going to be? 2024. Duh. 2024 going to be for Leos. Okay. I see a lot of changes, especially in February, January, February. Things that you didn't want to do, you dragging your feet to do it, to make the changes. But you're going to be happy you did. So I do feel like, even though January, February seems like a weird time to move or change jobs or whatever, it's whatever. It's whenever you feel like you have the courage and things work out, and you ask God, please help me to know, be in charge of God is in charge of the wheel. So it's not your time frame or somebody else's time frame, it's God's divine time. What do Leos need to know? Yeah, so I feel February and March are really, you're going to feel like you have a different life or a new life. But you have to do the meetings and the conversations that you need to have so that you can move forward. It's like you've got to close some doors before you could go through another door. Okay. I just heard take. All right, what is 2023 equal to? 2 and 3 is 5. 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Car reading. Okay, so this is one of your people that are in heaven said, go out and plant new life seeds. Sow for your future. So they want you to be active. They want you to get on the horse again. They want you to go out and plant new life seeds. Sow for your future. Create your future. Get up, make a list, and even if you don't do 4 things on your list, you did 2 things. Okay? You're starting your life. You're getting things done. You're getting closer to your dreams. Okay? We are proud of you and aware of your achievements. So when you're looking for the people on earth to say, hey, great job, Leo. Leo, you're so cool. Leo, I know you're working hard. I know that you have question marks in your head, and I know you miss us, people on the other side. And I just saw a father figure come up to the fence. Could be a father or a grandfather. And they see what you're doing. They see what you're trying to do. And they said, we are proud of you and aware of all you've done, your achievements. So like, in essence, you don't even have to worry about these people on earth saying, hey, good job, Leo, I'm proud of you. Oh, you're so cool, you're great. I'm going to help you every step of the way. Because you know what? They already are saying it. They are still with you. They are still with us, okay? I'm not saying that you don't get sad, that I don't get sad, about my mother, about my nephews, about my father. But you know what? You have to try to feel them. And you have to try to listen. Because they are there. They tell you the right thing to do. Continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. So again, with the seeds, they're showing a lot of stuff with the seeds. They want you to plant those dreams. They want you to start believing in what you want. Maybe you don't know what it is yet. Maybe you just know that, I like to, I used to be a construction worker, but now I want to just, do my home business. And I don't know how to go about it. So that's when you start to ask those people that love you. They want you to start. Continue to grow by seeking knowledge. So asking around, researching, okay? And we applaud your efforts and we'll help you. That's a beautiful card. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Here's another one I've never seen. Explore your new ventures. Move forward with confidence. We are with you. Leo, we are with you. I have never seen this card. I've never seen this card. Oh. There's a seahorse on it. You see it? It's talking about fishing and boat trips. There's a seahorse on it. Okay, explore new ventures. Move forward with confidence. We are with you. They want you to explore new ventures. They don't want you to be stagnant. They believe in you. Before you even know exactly, see, the sun is setting, so it's bad. Okay. Before you know, you don't know where A through Z is supposed to go yet, but maybe you have A and H, okay? And they will help you. We rejoice when you find love. Love comes in unexpected ways. Yes, it does. Look at that little cat. And somebody's going to be getting a cat. Somebody's going to get a cat or a dog or both. Try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. Try not to worry, dear one. We will bring helpful people into your life. Yeah, you are worried. I can feel it. You are worried, and I'm a worrier myself, but I have to calm myself down sometimes and say, stop. Stop. You believe in God. You believe in your angels. You believe in your spirit guides. So you know all will be well. Okay? They will bring helpful people to help you. That's nice. Birds are messengers we use to connect with you. So whenever you see a bird, it could be a red one, it could be blue one, doesn't matter. They are messengers that they're telling you, Leos, the symbol for your loved ones is going to be through birds. Okay? One of the cards was a peacock. Yep. And now this bird. So birds are very, very important. That's what they're showing you, that we are the bird. When you see a bird, you see a feather. This is your loved ones letting you know, we are here, Leo. We're here with you. Okay, I'm going to pick one more and then it's goodbye. Okay, till next time. All right. One more from our Leos, our Leo queens, our Leo kings. Kings and queens, Leos. Leo's the lion. Leo the lion can accomplish anything that they put their mind to. Oh, beautiful. Tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. They want you to get out into nature, out around the flowers, take a little walk, healing walk, get out more, get some vitamin D on your skin. Tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. Showing the red root chakra, red. Wear more red. Have more red around you. Eat more red. Leos. Hey, Leos. I did ya. Namaste. I love you very much.